Imagine a single, invisible line drawn across our planet. Along this one path, an incredible 90% of all earthquakes happen. Every tremor, every shake, nearly all of them originate from this one specific zone. It's not just a little more active than other places. It's where most of the Earth's violent energy is released. But the mystery gets deeper. That exact same line is also home to 75% of the world's active volcanoes. 3 out of every 4 volcanoes on Earth are found here. From gently smoking mountains to colossal, city-destroying eruptions, they all follow this same invisible track. These two powerful forces, earthquakes and volcanoes, are not separate stories. They are deeply connected. This incredible feature has a name. It is called the Ring of Fire. It's a massive 40,000-kilometer path that forms a giant horseshoe shape around the Pacific Ocean. It's a scale that is hard to even imagine. To make it real, think of a map. The Ring of Fire runs up the western coast of South America, past California and Alaska. It then curves across to Japan, sweeps down through the Philippines and Indonesia, and finally ends near New Zealand. It touches continents and connects nations with a shared, powerful reality. The secret to this immense power isn't on the surface. It's deep inside the planet. The Earth's outer shell, its crust, isn't one solid piece. It's more like a cracked eggshell. It's broken into huge, continent-sized pieces. These pieces are called tectonic plates. These massive plates are not still. They are constantly moving. They float on top of a layer of hotter, softer rock deep inside the Earth. The movement is slow, only a few centimeters a year, about the same speed your fingernails grow. But when pieces this large push and grind against each other, the force is unimaginable. At the very center of this global drama is one main character. It's called the Pacific Plate. This is the colossal centerpiece of the Ring of Fire. It's a gigantic slab of the Earth's crust, bigger than any continent, that sits underneath most of the Pacific Ocean. This one plate is the engine driving almost everything. Its slow, relentless movement is the key to understanding the entire system. As it pushes outward, it collides with all the other plates that surround it. And at these collision points, along the edges of the Pacific Plate, the Ring of Fire is born. At the heart of this entire system is one main character, a colossal slab of our planet's crust called the Pacific Plate. It's not a continent, it's the floor of the entire Pacific Ocean, an unimaginably huge piece of Earth, bigger than any landmass we live on. And this giant plate is always moving. Not fast, just a few centimeters a year, about the same speed your fingernails grow. But it never, ever stops. This slow, relentless journey is the engine driving the entire Ring of Fire. It is the single biggest reason for all the chaos. So what happens when this oceanic giant meets the continents around it? It doesn't stop. It dives. The process is called subduction. Because the ocean floor is made of heavier rock, it sinks or subducts beneath the lighter rock of the continents. It's a slow-motion collision happening on a planetary scale. Imagine a conveyor belt the size of an ocean sliding endlessly into a furnace deep within the Earth. This is happening right now, off the coasts of Japan, Alaska, and South America. An immense grinding descent that generates more power than anything humans could ever create. This process is the root cause of the Ring of Fire's violent personality. The entire edge of the Pacific Plate is a massive subduction zone. It's one continuous geological battlefront stretching for thousands and thousands of kilometers, connecting all these seemingly separate places into one unified system. But the plates don't just slide smoothly past each other. That would be too easy. Instead, their rough edges snag and lock together. For decades, sometimes for centuries, they get stuck, all while the pressure from behind keeps building and building. Think of it like bending a thick wooden stick. You can bend it for a while, and it stores all that energy. But eventually, it snaps. That sudden, violent release of stored energy is an earthquake. The ground isn't just shaking, it's releasing hundreds of years of pent-up force in a matter of seconds. This isn't just a theory. It's a terrifying reality. The devastating 2011 earthquake in Japan was a perfect, tragic example of this process. For nearly 1,000 years, the Pacific Plate had been forcing its way under Japan, getting stuck and building up an incredible amount of stress. On March 11th, that stress was finally released. The snap was so powerful it moved the main island of Japan 8 feet to the east. It unleashed a catastrophic tsunami and showed the world the true power lurking just beneath the surface, all along the Ring of Fire. But that still only explains the earthquakes. What about the volcanoes? Where does the fire come from? The answer lies in what the diving plate carries with it. As the ocean floor descends into the hot mantle, it brings something crucial down with it: water. This water, trapped in the minerals of the crust, gets squeezed out by the incredible pressure. It rises into the superheated rock of the mantle above it. And this water does something amazing. It acts like salt on ice, dramatically lowering the melting point of the solid rock around it. Suddenly, solid rock turns into liquid magma. This molten rock is less dense than the solid rock surrounding it, so it begins to rise. It pushes its way up through cracks in the Earth's crust, gathering in massive chambers. When the pressure becomes too great, it erupts, creating the volcanoes that form the fiery necklace around the Pacific. And this is the moment it all comes together. The earthquakes and the volcanoes. They aren't two separate events happening in the same area. They are two different results of the exact same process. They are born from the same powerful geologic engine. Think of it like this. The slow, unstoppable dive of the Pacific Plate does two things at once. The incredible friction from the grinding rock creates the shaking we feel as earthquakes. At the same time, that deep plunge forces rock to melt into magma, which then rises to create the volcanoes. It's a single, unified system. This one system has shaped our world in ways that are hard to comprehend. The Andes Mountains, that giant spine of South America, were pushed up by this exact process. The deepest part of any ocean, the Mariana Trench, is the massive scar carved by the plate as it dives down into the earth. The very shape of our world is a direct result of this engine. The coastlines of entire continents, where hundreds of millions of people live, were drawn by this slow, powerful dance. The land they call home was literally built by the Ring of Fire. And here lies the great paradox. This is a zone of incredible destruction. It can unleash energy that levels cities and reshapes the land in minutes. Yet, it is also a source of amazing creation. The same volcanic ash that can bury a town also creates some of the most fertile soil on Earth. It's why people have farmed on the slopes of volcanoes for thousands of years. The intense heat from below can even be harnessed, providing clean geothermal energy. Destruction and creation, hand in hand. But there is a deep and humbling mystery that remains. We understand the how and the why. We can use satellites to watch the plates moving, inch by agonizing inch. We can measure the strain building up along the fault lines. We know where the pressure is building. We just don't know the most important thing: when it will finally break. Predicting the exact moment a fault will snap remains one of the greatest challenges in all of science. It's a reminder that we are living on a powerful, active planet that still holds its deepest secrets. So the next time you look at a map of the world, you'll see it differently. You won't just see blue water and green land. You will see the ghost outline of the planet's largest geological engine, a 40,000-kilometer circuit of power, quietly and constantly shaping the world we know. So the next time you look at a map, you see more than just countries. You see the faint outline of this immense, powerful system, a hidden engine shaping our world. It's a reminder that the ground beneath us is not solid, it's alive, and it is constantly changing. Now, let's zoom in. Picture Mount Fuji in Japan. It's a perfect snow-capped cone, a symbol of peace and beauty. But that beautiful mountain is a volcano, a sleeping giant born from the Ring of Fire's immense power. It exists for one reason. The ground deep beneath Japan is a battleground. Here, the massive Pacific Plate is being forced under another plate. As it sinks, rock melts under incredible heat and pressure. This molten rock, called magma, has to go somewhere. It rises up and it builds mountains like Fuji. Let's jump across the ocean to the other side of the ring. Look at the western coast of South America. You'll find the Andes. This isn't just one volcano. It's one of the longest mountain ranges in the world, a massive spine of rock stretching for thousands of miles. The Andes were built by the same process, a different set of plates, but the same story. An oceanic plate dives under the South American continent. The collision crumples the edge of the continent like a piece of paper, pushing up mountains and fueling a long chain of volcanoes. It's the Ring of Fire at work on a continental scale. But wait, there's a puzzle. What about Hawaii? Its volcanoes are some of the most active on Earth, but Hawaii is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's nowhere near the edge of a plate. So how can it have volcanoes? The answer is something different, something called a hot spot. Think of it like a giant blowtorch deep inside the Earth. It stays in one place, but the Pacific Plate, the giant slab of crust, slowly moves over the top of it. This super hot jet of magma punches right through the plate. As the plate drifts, the hot spot creates a volcano. The plate keeps moving, and the volcano is carried away from the hot spot. It goes extinct, but the hot spot stays put and starts building a new volcano right next to it. This process, repeated over millions of years, created the entire chain of Hawaiian islands. This means the islands of Hawaii are like a map. They show the exact direction the Pacific Plate has been moving for ages. The oldest islands are far from the hotspot. The youngest one is sitting right on top of it, still growing today. The Earth is recording its own history on the ocean floor. This incredible power shapes not just land, but lives. Millions of people build their homes along the Ring of Fire. They have learned to live with the planet's shifting moods. In cities like Tokyo, children practice earthquake drills. In Indonesia, scientists watch volcanoes every single day. And here is the great paradox. The same volcanic forces that bring destruction also bring life. The ash that erupts from volcanoes creates some of the richest, most fertile soil on the planet. This soil allows for incredible farming. The Ring of Fire isn't just a zone of danger, it is also a circle of life.